Hey, follow up a bit sooner than usual. Figured, I don't know, once a week at least. So, I don't know, making a habit of at least shorter videos more frequently. And I figured I'd discuss my hair. You've probably noticed it's changed since I colored it. Well, since last time you saw me. Clearly it's changed when I colored it. Back, you were so awkward. So now I've got some roots going. Friends said it looked like grass, and it's faded closer to the roots. It's really dark green, but now it's like almost blonde in places, which is fun. About that book series, I finished the first book. It was so good. Oh my god! It's about this warlock that lives in friggin' Chicago or whatever. Like he's a wizard, and he's the only wizard who's in the newspaper and he consults for the police, and he'll, talk to you about magic and crap. And he ended up basically, there were people just dying, hearts leapt out of their chests. Not cartoon style, pretty gory sounding, and it's just really cool. And a friend recommended it to me and said the first few books aren't as great as the rest of them. They're mostly world building, and I'm like, I love world building. Yes, I love a deep mythos in a fiction series, and oh my god, does this have it. And this is the second one. It's called Full Moon, Dresden Files. Again, I'm already a third of the way through. Every time I sit down with it, 100 or so pages goes away like that. Page 122, I'm right there, out of a 340-ish book. Oh god, yeah, I'm a nerd. I've always been a book nerd. I will remain a book nerd. It's good, but it's actually, this one's really cool. As you can probably guess, it's about werewolves this time. I love this book. It's just, this one, it used my least favorite plot device, which is misunderstanding and miscommunication. It's so frustrating, like sitting there wanting to scream at the character, Jesus Christ, there wouldn't be an issue if you stuck around and talked for 2 more minutes. Like, chick flicks are guilty of this all the time. The girl sees the guy holding hands or eating with someone else, and she's like, oh my god, he never loved me, and going away or whatever, and it's like, it was his sister. That, it's not a very strong plot device in drama, which, in comedy, it's great. Like that one Tumblr post about a girl who said, I need a smoothie or something, and their dad heard, I need a watermelon to soothe me. So later that day she just finds a watermelon outside her door, and like, that's funny as hell. But in drama, it's just a little bit weak. Like, understandable, it happens in real life, but if you're a firm person about communication, it doesn't really happen in real life, at least not in mine, just because I've made the mistake multiple times of just leaving things be and not fighting people on things that they misunderstand, and I get penalized for it. I get chewed out, and it just sucks. So I'm basically the person who will be like, it's not over, get your ass back here, because we're talking it out so we have an understanding. Which is good in some ways, and it's bad in some ways, because it causes people to hate you because of your insistence on talking it out when they just want to go and be mad. On the other hand, it saves you a lot of time and energy and stress and hurt and time spent being angry at someone where it was just a misunderstanding, or maybe someone jumped to conclusions, and then you're spending time getting mad at them and venting your anger at them for no reason, because the reasons you thought were valid really aren't, and it isn't even an issue. And I don't know. I'd rather have someone mad at me for insisting on a conversation or walking out of my life because I insisted on talking things out like a grown-up than have childish, just, I'm mad at you. Like, I don't claim to be the most mature person, but I'd rather not flash back to middle school. Thank you very much. I'm trying to function as an adult in this world, and I don't need to take steps back. Trying is the operative word here, people. I don't claim to be perfect. Also, you may notice I'm wearing glasses more. That's because I woke up one day and my eye was burning. Like, oh shoot. Okay, we're back. Computers are lighting me right now. It's like 7:19 and it's already dark. I'll show you at the end of the video. And I'd woken up and I felt like absolute shite the day before and that morning. But my friend was like, okay, we've been moving and you can still come and enjoy pizza and drinks. And it's like, yes. Like, it's a no-brainer, pal. So I get up, you know, I slept in my contacts. I do that every now and then. And my eye begins to itch, and I figure, okay, well, my contact lens must have flipped or folded or be sitting wrong, so I just kind of tolerate it till we get to my partner's aunt's place. I have to go to the bathroom, I pull the thing out of my eye, and it burns even more, and it hurts so bad, so I try splashing some water at it, you know, just wiping off the lens, but no, it wouldn't go back in. Like, I tried for half a second, but I knew before I even got into the bathroom, it's not going back in. So I asked for a spare contacts case and fluid, and they were like, can't find fluid. So I was like, okay, I'll just stick the lenses in the case. One of them wasn't entirely in the case because I couldn't see, and there were tears going down my face. Like, I was crying from pain, which was both eyes, and this one was so irritated and painful, so it was just watering, just a stream. And the lens wasn't entirely in the case, so I put the lid on, and it shredded it. That was my last pair of contact lenses, monthlies, that I had stretched over about 3 months at that point. So now I'm out of contacts. It's going to be at least $100 to get more, and I've still got hundreds of dollars I owe my phone company before I can get it working again. Gotta pay Wi-Fi, and house insurance, and rent. Oh boy. And I'm overdrawn for Blue Cross. Working on that, though. Just getting tired of bounce check fees. They are a real pain. Always make sure you have money in your account for when checks are going to be taken out, if you can. Like, I always do when I can, but this time I used all my money to pay rent, so it just wasn't possible, and they tried to take over $100 this time because I missed the month before, because paid everything to bills. So that's a real pain in the arse. But I'll manage, and I've got a really good book series. Like, my friend gave me the first 5. I'm on the second, and he's probably gonna come by on Friday, and I asked him, like, well, definitely by then I'll need more. And, like, he loves these. They were published near the earlier 2000s, and it's really cool. Like, the fact that they are exploring existing mythos and building on it and incorporating it into this world, it's so cool. Different varieties of werewolves. It discussed that. It has soul gazing as a regular component. It has, because he's a magician, because he does the whole magic thing, and it's the constant energy thing. Technology doesn't work around him, so he hates modern technology. He's got an old Volkswagen Beetle that used to be blue, but now it's got a yellow and a red door. It's got, like, it's just replacement parts from when it got messed up because of magical activities. An elevator shut down on him while he was trying to make a quick escape because of the magic. If phones shut off, break out, lights don't work, and it's a funny comedic element that also kind of adds into existing action scenes. Like, oh, you're trying to get into the elevator, oh, it doesn't work, so he's got to get creative, and it's so cool. I haven't found a piece of fiction this interesting in a long while that wasn't on the internet. Like, I have missed reading because I wasn't able to find any extensive series that weren't poorly written, that weren't cheaply written, that weren't pandering, obviously, to an audience, and that were really high quality and genuinely interesting, with an enjoyable character, with an enjoyable setting, with an enjoyable plot line that wasn't stupid or convoluted. Like, it's thought out, it's put together, it's so good. Oh my god. It's like, it's not like when I was in high school and I would, like, take every spare second reading. Like, I'll read for a third of it, and then I'll take a break for a few hours, come back around to it, especially during the climax. Then it's like I can't tear myself away, because oh my god, is it well written. And it's like this book, it's not like, hey, that thing happened months ago and everything's resolved. It's like, no, the conflicts, not major conflicts, but, well, arguably, the conflicts that were there at the end of the book are still present in this one, and they're adding in and building on, but it's not cheaply or stupidly done. It's so smart, and it's so enjoyable and interesting, and it's a bit sarcastic, and it's a bit cheeky, and it's enjoyable. I'm really enjoying the series. probably end up geeking out about it more later. And I was actually just Googling myself on Google, and I type in my dead name, which was the name I was born with, which isn't who I am anymore. No pictures of me. No posts of me, no internet history of me. That makes me happy. I type in Beck Tessier, and, well, I get like 3 results. I get a picture of Tobey Maguire from the crappy Spider-Man movies, because the silly faces he made were gold. Then there's a picture of me from 3 years ago. Scroll down a bit more. There's something from Vine. I had a friend who was into Vine, so I got into Vine. You know, just playing around, having fun with that. And then I look up Avian Taco, and there's several screen caps and headers from my channel. Like, that's what you find on the internet. And there's things that I've liked, things that I've posted. Gross dude I used to talk to while I was in high school. Like, it's really neat. So this is my legacy. Not my actual name, but my screen name, Avian Taco, which I really dig it. I just came up with it when I needed a username, and I was like, when I was younger, I couldn't come up with a creative username. Like, my little brother, is Gary the Parrot. He's got a YouTube channel. He talks about games. He does Let's Plays, and he's a pretty alright kid. I mean, he's 14, so he's going through that, you know, being a douchebag is funny phase. He doesn't know how to do humor, and it just because I think it might be funny just means it's funny, and you're all wrong for not agreeing with me. It's like, he's 14, so I give. It's a phase. I know it is. I look forward to the human he'll be when he grows up, because he's really smart, he's really interesting. 10 out of 10 would check out his channel. But, it just tickles me. Like, I can see the different phases my hair went through. The straight pink, the curly pink, the short pink, the long pink, the orange-ish. Like, the various degrees of orange-ish, and the different lengths. Like, I can chronologically order them from how long they are, from, like, this, hold on, from, like, this long, to this long, to this long, to now I've got this going on, and there's none of my green hair on here, but it's getting there. Oh my god, there's my icon video. Wow, I looked significantly more shrimpy. Yeah, I've been putting on muscle mass again. I figured I'd mention. Forgive the bando, but yeah, I actually have shoulders again. Ha, ha. I don't know, but I've got a bit of muscle toning, and that makes me feel good about myself. Like, my shoulders had narrowed so much because I had lost muscle, and it feels nice to get it back. It's fun. Although it's a bit chilly in here, so I'll throw my sweater back on. But, yeah, feeling good about myself in that regard, and working on other things. You know, dysphoria is a pain in the arse. But working on it. In fact, actually, I have a top surgery consult on the 14th. It's the 5th now, I think. The 5th. So less than 10 days till I get a consultation with the surgeon who has already done work on my chest. And it's already been psychologically approved. It's probably got to be medically approved, although it probably will be. I mean, the reason they're doing it is for psychological reasons, not for medical reasons like last time, so it'll probably work out. I'm excited for that. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it for the last 3 months since I got the letter giving me the date for the consult. I've had it in my phone. I sent a picture to the group chat of my friends. Anytime I'm low, they remind me about the consult coming up, which gets a bit repetitive, but it is something that I'm looking forward to. It's gonna be great. Basically, get a proper male chest done, basically. Get rid of the things that aren't me. Because TBH, last time I went for a reduction, because anime level, basically. Thanks, Mom. And it was deemed medically necessary to get a reduction, and pretty well removed, like, would recommend. Part of my chest didn't heal right, so it's a bit wonky, but it's alright. I lost sensation, so it's like, well, I've got nothing to lose, and this isn't enough. Because it was medically necessary and a bit psychologically necessary, because then it was easier to bind, it was easier to pass without looking like a girl from anime. By the way, in case you don't remember, FTM trans male, basically determined female at birth, but I'm actually male. I've always felt this way. I've always been this way. I enjoy feminine things. Like, I am very fluid with my gender presentation, but my gender identity is extremely solid. I am a man. And one of my friends actually went back in my channel to years ago, embarrassing videos just about a spider and a wasp or a bee. I couldn't tell. I forget which it was, and downloaded them before I could private them. I was slow to the draw. But he says, like, the comparison between then and now, which I've been on hormones for a year now. I started a year and 2 months ago. 2 months ago. Which is really killer. Like, I don't sound very girlish, do I? And I had a first soprano voice. Like, I was high-pitched. It was ridiculous. And now I've got this gorgeous caramel tone. I don't know, I'm digging it. Oh, 16 minutes. Oh well. Ended up talking. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that consult. And then my friend, another FTM, he got his consult, and as far as I recall, within the next 2 months, he had a surgery date. Couldn't go to it because he got sick or something about his diabetes, but he got the surgery, and he's never been happier. He never wears shirts at home, and it feels like it's the right chest that he's had underneath all this time, and seeing him so happy, it gives me a lot of hope that I'll be that happy, and I'm really excited. He needs a gym bud too, so I'm looking forward to that. The thing I am scared of is the recovery time, because last time, they say you're supposed to be recovered in a month to 6 weeks. The nerves didn't settle down for 3 months. The scars didn't fully fade to 3 months. The pain didn't go away for 3 months, so that's what I'm banking on, because it's equally major surgery. But worth it. It's just like going through puberty for a second time, and it's like I went in for the first shot, and then it was like, well, at least this time it's the right one, and the entire time I'd be like, I don't wanna. But if it's the right one, and bam, suddenly all my worries were gone, because it's like, yeah, this is what should have happened, and now it's finally happening. It's looking on the bright side of things, undoing what the second X chromosome goofed up for me. But it's okay. I've got a few things to look forward to, a few things to handle, but I took in a reform, which means my income's gonna start coming back again. I'm kind of excited. Tried calling my worker with assistance earlier today and got an answering machine. Oh shoot, I was supposed to call again. I can call tomorrow. But tried calling my doctor's office because they were doing a medical review for them as well. You know, left a note to pester them, get it done faster. So I'm keeping on top of things. I'm doing pretty alright, in my opinion. But other than that, my life's pretty gathered, not necessarily together, but gathered into a pile, so it's going good. Reading a good book series, checking myself out online, sexy, and talking to you. I'm gonna work on doing this a bit more frequently, because I'm finding I enjoy the talking, and if anyone's paying attention, then great. So I'll talk later. Upload this elephant of a video, and hopefully next time won't be as long. Still getting the hang of this. Talk to you later.